Yo. Hey, Web, what's up? How are you? Doing good. Just getting ready. Getting ready for big streamos. Chilling. This is one of my favorite songs I've written this year. It's super simple, but just really nice. What's up, everybody? My name's Alckemy. Welcome to the channel. It's this fine November 13th. It's starting to get a little chilly. Hey, suspect, what's up? It's weird because it's only 5:30 and the sun is down and it feels so late. So late. Give me 1 second while I pull you all up on the second monitor so that way I can talk to chat and do all the things at the same time. How's everyone doing? Also, everyone, go subscribe to Crazy Wabbit. That's hard for me to say for some reason. Really awesome dude. Does a lot of hardware and iOS/iPad based things, and I like that his whole mindset is just he doesn't give a shit, and he's just, I'm going to make music, and I think that's something that we can all learn from. We're going to be messing with some sounds today. If you're somebody that's coming for technical information, I would be more than happy to answer those kinds of questions. If you have a specific request for, like, how do I make a bass like this person, I might not be the person to ask for that, but maybe if you ask me about the style, then we might be able to tackle something like that. But I usually don't do specific sound design requests. That being said, I've got some work that I need to finish doing, and we'll probably just do some stuff that's more melodically based, and then if there's anything else that you all want to see, I'm more than happy to try to give you all as much information as I possibly can, because that's why we're here. I had a really awesome talk with Aiden/KH today. Hope he feels better. He was feeling a little under the weather, but that person, every time I speak to him, he's always giving me profound information, and I really appreciate it. That being said, we're going to open up with Beam, and I need to finish up a few presets for this, and so that could be cool. Very quickly, is there a way that I can get to my folder? My user folder? I don't think so. So let me check this quickly, and let me see what I got going on here. Hello, library, maybe? Go. There we go. I'm going to see audio, Beam, user. presets, user. And what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so got a few more things to do. That's fine. Let's go ahead and create a motion here. Do I have one? Yeah, tri-step. Actually, I want this to be the opposite. How am I supposed to do that? Just right click maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Right click, right click. That's very convenient. There we go. And then what we can do here is apply this to, it's a pitch. Right click, go here, go to 50%, I believe. Yeah, because it only goes up to 1. There we go. And then what we can do is add something like this here. Maybe in a step mode or something like that. Also, I need to save this as a thing. Save. Simple staircase. Alckemy. Oh, wait. Wait, what the hell? There we go. Okay. Simple staircase. There we go. Okay. Dope. That sounds great. Let's grab another one here. Go here. And then what we'll do is send this into a time module and see what we can get out of it. Now we can create more spaces and make some of this reverse. I need to make this a little bit more loud because it's very quiet, so. I love Beam, even without the time module. Beam is so cool. It's such a great tool for melodic stuff. Maybe stretch that out a bit and see what else we can get out of that. This is so cool. Hey, Duplicon. Let's go ahead and add to this. Oh, definitely. 100%. Really looking forward to when that comes out. No, that's fine. I want this to be unipolar though. So why are we getting weird sounds? Hey, Jimmy. Been good, man. Just working on stuff. As usual. How about you? How's everyone doing? What's going on in your world? How's music? And ARP type. I think this can go on just about everything. Although, I do want to hear this over like a sample or something. That could be cool too, so. Yeah, like that could be nice. Let's see what that sounds like. What's dangerous about it? I am a sound designer. That's what I do, is mess around with sounds. Who's gonna get hurt? Don't worry, you're protected. I'm using protection. Corey's alright. There's been a lot going on the last week, as I'm sure you all are aware of. That's been a lot to handle, but other than that, you know, we're good. I kind of want to hear this with like a chord progression, so... Yeah. What can you say? How long has it been since you've been back? Or like since you've checked back in with the channel? Thankfully everything is immediately better. 30 cents for gas. And all the homeless have jobs now. Another instance of... I haven't seen you in this channel before, but I'm guessing your love language is sarcasm. Which, that's okay. Unless if you drive a Tesla. Then quote unquote gas is 30 cents. Which my car was given out, and I do have a Tesla now. Tesla is dead to you. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Elon Musk. But from an efficiency standpoint, having an electric car is nice. 2 months? Nah, man, 2 months I haven't done much. I've made like maybe 5 or 6 songs. And then I've done like a lot of YouTube stuff as well. But I'm like just now coming out of like a really annoying slog of stuff. Rivian is the move. I mean, to be honest, like I bought a car and I'm really happy with it. So whatever you know you're into is the thing. I don't regret it. I love the car. It's fantastic. I really like that. That's nice. A little too distorted, but that's not from the beam. That's from this. So maybe what I'll do is reduce the feedback on this and then let it come back in. And then what I can also do is set this to reverse. And maybe I'll place this at the end of the chain and then grab a time and place this here. And then right here, I'll grab the speed. Nodal sound design UI? Kind of. You can have several instances of this, but you can run it into parallel chains and stuff. It's a pretty flexible thing. Like, unfortunately, you can't have as many uh, modules as you want, but one instance can have 3 of everything, which is these in itself, and so it's a really nice like granular effect. Hey DJ, what's up? Unfortunately, we can't shift that out, but that's cool. Let's set this to 100%, and then let's do something a little different here, where maybe we can grab a higher one and pitch this up by 12. And then we can do another time module here. But this time, we'll stretch it by 50%. And see if we can set that to resample and see what that does. But also with this, I would want this to be a little bit more consistent. So maybe we can get this to creep in and out and have just a nice sense of space. It's pretty nice. We're gonna grab an instance of complete and let's run this into, and like I said before, for anybody that's just coming in, if you all have any sound design questions or anything, let me know. Because today I'm kind of just messing around with different textures and stuff. And I'll probably end up doing some recording. Did I finish? I wouldn't say finished, but it's at a playable state. The one thing that I would say that I need to go back and work on is there's this section right here towards the end, or towards the middle. Which is this part right here. I don't like this center. So like it's getting there, but I like the placement and I like the compositional selection that I've made for the melody, but I don't like the sound, and so I'm not really in a rush to fix it because it's, like I said, it's playable. But as of now, I'm kind of just like, I'll come back to it. I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, it's almost there. No, I don't think that it sounds the same. I think that it's easy to sound similar, but I think that there's a lot of nuance to this, to where, like, remember that this is an effect and it's not supposed to be like, like all things considered, you have something that messes with pitch, you have something that messes with space, then you have something that messes with like subtractive frequencies, and then you have something that messes with um, rhythm and repetition. And so you kind of have to be like mindful about what that is like, what that's going to give you. Whereas I feel like with something like Snap Heap or Multipass or whatever, because there's just a gigantic range of like all effects included, like of course you're going to get more variation out of it. 10 grains or 100 grains always end up sounding the same kind of way. It's very specific to Beam. I personally don't think so, but I can understand like where you're coming from. I think Beam sounds awesome, and I think that it's a huge upgrade to something like Portal. And it also depends on like what you send into it, you know? Portal did not have a convolution reverb. All presets, I don't know, just an observation. Do you feel like my presets all sound the same? Legit question. Because like full disclaimer, like I do paid work for these guys. I mean, yeah, you be the judge. So there's this. Wait, hold on. This is our source. This is antiquated space debris. Then there's this sound. Hey, Data. Also, data broth. What else do I have on here? Chrysalis. Um, I don't know. So far, these are pretty different. I know this says lunacy, but this was me. No, Lunacy Audio is the company that made this. It's just that whenever you save a patch, it automatically says Lunacy, and I forgot to save it under my name. I feel like these are vastly different. Well, that's one thing, but I don't know. And that's okay. Like I'm not out to change your opinion, but I just thought that, you know, giving it an honest look like here now of like, oh, it sounds the same. Okay, well, here's a bunch of patches that I made. Do they sound the same to you? And it doesn't matter, to be honest. Um, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. But I enjoy it, and I like that this is the softer side of my sound design, where most of the time I'm working with really heavy distortion and stuff. And this is a chance to kind of just play with uh, space and harmony in a way that's like not too balls deep. No, because, well, sort of. The thing is that Bitwig does not have a granular effect, but you can get away with using delay, because delay is technically a granular effect, or rather, a granular effect is technically a delay. You can, so hold on, like the functionality, like of replicating, no, but getting a similar sound, yeah, I'm on the border of yes and kind of. Bitwig also does have a granular synth built into it, but there are certain things that you can't change about it that you can inside of Beam. And also like vice versa. You know, for example, like one really small thing that bugs me about Bitwig's sampler is that you can't change the grain shape, which isn't that big of a deal, but is still kind of annoying. Whereas with this, like this has like really cool um well, there's a lot. For one, the convolver has a different algorithm, but two, the grain engine itself is kind of like a grain engine plus a delay that's built into it, I guess. I have built, among other people, I have built a grain delay that you can get something that will not behave in the same way that you can with Beam. But if you were to combine a pitch shifter with the delay and set an XY pad, then you could get something that is more akin to Ableton. pitch shifter, which I don't remember how I set this up per se, but if you have XY pad, you know, you set this to, this goes up. Can you set that to bipolar? Oh, you can't, so you would need to do something like this. And then you can manipulate, oops, like a delay plus. And then maybe you can have that shift here. Maybe something else is you can adjust the grain size from here to here. You can also set this to the time. And this configuration, because you're limited to 2, it would probably benefit you more to do like an 8-bit vector, or like an 8-sided vector or something, which maybe I should have done that. Isn't there another one other than vector? Select 4, no. Yeah, like a vector 4 would probably do you better, but this is fine because it's going to paint the picture. But as a means of like a grain delay or something, you know, you have a grain size here, you can chop the delay itself into specific grains and adjust the feedback and stuff. Which you can get some pretty sick shit. Not quite the same though, you know? And you shouldn't have the expectation of, can I get this from this? Like, no, there's a reason why they're different plugins. But that doesn't mean that you won't get something cool. With Beam and Portal in similar settings, not hearing the beam sound you're talking about, maybe I'm just deaf. Well, the thing is like, if you sit here and you listen to granular shit for 20 minutes, it's all gonna sound the same. You know what I mean? Like, there is a point to that. However, at the same time, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is the same. It's just that, like, your ears get used to it, you know? But that's with anything, you know? If I sit here and tweak a snare for 20 minutes, you're probably not going to be able to tell the difference. Just saying. I think it's supposed to be there. Maybe I can make this a little bit more dramatic by changing the speed here to this, so that way this will actually play with a different pitch. And then I'm going to go back through these when it's time, but... That's nice. Although, it sounds like the pitch of this is a little bit off. Or something is off about it. No, it's okay. So what's everybody up to in the world of music these days? What are you guys working on? We're gonna call this Shimmer Water. Expansive pads and keys. Vocals. Let's do one where this is going to be you finished your Beam presets, working on presets for new synth out soon. Basically tons of presets. That's good. Are you still working with Polyverse? For Filterverse? Oh, sick. Dawson. Sorry, it was Dawson. Some of these are a bit too crazy. This one should be fine. I think my grain size is too small. That's cool. Let's turn the feedback up. Then also the spray. I honestly don't wear headphones. And if I do, just any kind of noise canceling ones, but I only wear headphones if I'm like in a noisy place or not at home. I really want that to slow down when it goes back into reverse. Maybe I can set that to 4. This one's nice. I do want this one to be dry, but just for the sake of this sounding good. Everything I've made in the last 3 years has been with a QWERTY keyboard. And I'm literally just playing the same chord. But the thing is that this chord sounds so nice that it's really easy to manipulate. But I'm just playing, I think it's just a C minor. But it's funny you say that because, yeah, actually, it's a lot easier for me to come up with some kind of melody than anything else. Like, I recently, in the last few years, like, reoriented my brain to, like, abandon melody and harmony in exchange for rhythm. And now I think of things in a rhythmic fashion. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, just a simple chord or whatever can sometimes sound really cool. But if you have something like scalar, and you combine this stuff, then a lot of times you can get some really cool shit. I'm gonna pick C, and then maybe like C Phrygian or something, you know, and just let's just do like a 2-5-1 or something, like a jazz progression. And then obviously we'll have to change the voicings of some of these. Maybe a different variation of the dominant. Whatever. I'm not going to be too picky because it's not going to matter. It's more about what we're going to hear out of. We can go ahead and edit this. So, you know, having something like that can sometimes be really nice because While I would not make a song out of this, um, as a starting point, anyways, we can kind of just pull this out. And then make changes to it or whatever. But leaving this on loop and then letting this play out will give you a lot more of a sense of what's going on. Actually sounds pretty dissonant, which is funny. I think that like taking your time with this kind of stuff and like letting stuff pan out as opposed to just capturing like clusters and stuff are most likely better unless if you're working at a really slow pace. But because this is capturing the time and trying to mix in, then what happens is you get these like you basically it holds all of the chords together. At or multiple chords together at one point in time or another, and that's where that dissonance comes in. But if you start with something like that, and maybe you move really slow. But I'm curious if you were to play like, you know, like a semitone melody. Yeah, then that still works. Hello. Yeah. The one challenge that I do run into with like these presets though is having to make sure that it's always musical. Because if it were me, like I would just destroy things. How did I come across this? Wait, did you guys come across this D feedback plugin which uses AI to remove speaker mic feedback with zero delay? No, to be honest, like I am done with plugins for the foreseeable future. I am so done with plugins. Unless if like somebody is wanting to do like a sponsored video or something, like I am just not trying to I'm not trying to do any of that right now. I am trying to make music. Maybe vocals and hits. I think that's probably where that would. They market it to churches. That's pretty funny. All right, let's do one more that's like a little bit more experimental. Still in line with something that will stay in key, but let's set this to like power. And then we can use the stepper or the tri-step. And set the pitch down all the way. And then we can make this go up. A part of me definitely wishes that we had access to what's it called? More than 2 LFOs. But that's okay. And then it would also be nice if there was a way to just like mix in a filter, because right now we can't. Like once the filter is on, you can't do anything with that. Yeah, true. But you know what? I'll take it because I like the filter, or I like the LFO on the reverb. Not complaining. Just the mix knob. Yeah. Hey, Viral. Well, I mean, you can use a parallel path, but it still mixes into the original signal. You get what I mean? Like you can have a dry wet, but then you have to then you have to turn both of these, one of them up, one of them down, and then mix in between. You know what I mean? Been lurking while cooking. That's the best. No, but what I'm saying though is like if I wanted this to be a true mix, like which I've done before, then gain goes up on this one, gain is all the way down, and then you use like a macro or something to like fade in between. But that's just like a, it's kind of it, but also not really. Hey, can you guys give me a sec? My cousin is calling. I'll still be making sounds in the background. Hey guys, I got a bit of a family emergency. My my aunt just had a heart attack, so she's on her way to the hospital. I need to make some phone calls. I'm not done working, but if I'm in the background or something, it would help me a lot if chat could just kind of busy up and like just explain to anybody that comes in or whatever what's going on. But give me a few seconds, okay? Actually, I'll probably just put on some music or something for a couple minutes and let me get this sorted. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not really able to get a hold of anybody right now. Sorry, one sec. Oh, that's him. Hold on one sec. Hello?
Phantoms in my sleep, get my soul. They reach in my shadow where they dwell. I won't let them get to me. I've come. Yo.
Holy shit. Hi. Let me give me like 2 minutes to just get my thoughts together and get back to doing what I was doing. Um Holy shit, life is crazy. I think Rachel's gonna be, or my aunt Rachel's gonna be okay, but whoa. All right. Yeah, we were doing some stuff. What were we talking about? I think that we were talking about adding a mix to this or something of the sort. Man, uh, I'll tell you this much: with how much tragedy, I think is the best way to explain that, or the best way to say that, has struck my family this year. Like, if you have somebody that you love that you have not talked to in a long time, or that you need to make amends with, assuming that it's safe to make amends with them and that they're, safe people, just fucking do it. Um, just do it, because holy shit, I've lost a lot of people this year, and other things, other medical related things have happened to people that's just been fucking wild. Oh, I hate that. I hate that people have to deal with shit like that. Yeah, life's crazy, dude. That sounds really cool. Yeah, sorry to bring the mood down. That was totally not expected. Give me 1 second. Hey Leanne, it's Ian. If you can have Rain call me, I usually try not to reach out to get to him, but Rachel's in the hospital. She had a heart attack, um, and she's okay, I think. But if you guys aren't doing anything, it would be awesome if you could be available for her to maybe go see her and check in on her, and just be there for the family. Give me a call back, and hope you guys are okay. Okay. So when the grain is on, if you take the, even if you turn the mix down, the grain stays on. Is what this looks like. No. It's just not doing a whole lot. I like that better. Yeah, that's nice. only thing with this is, with time, is it because it's too slow that this is... Like, how do I get this to voice more? This is Beam. Maybe these are too small. 4-to-1, 4-to-1. Yeah, it's just so quiet. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Ooh. Through phase plant? You mean you can run, yeah, you can run phase slant through beam. What is the macro on here? That's what I'm doing right now. Is faceplant is going, well, faceplant is being, and a piano is being ran through beam. Which is really nice. Thank you. Yeah, I hate hearing about anybody really, having to go through some shit like that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but what can you say? You gotta deal with it as it comes. Let's do one more, and then I want to shift into something different. Is there anything else that anybody wants to see as a means of what kind of sounds? Like some kind of bass or some other kind of drums, or I don't know, whatever you want, really. Oh, I meant from the stream, but yeah, for sure. Definitely would like to see that. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming soon. I've known about it for a long time. I'm part of the beta team, but I can't I can't talk about it because, well, I like them and I want them to keep liking me. I can't. Yeah. That's really nice. I'm so sorry, everyone. Was there anything that you wanted to see from me? Like something that you wanted to see me design? Or did you have any like production questions or anything? Yeah, shaper table is pretty nice. Wonder how that's gonna sound if I put this first. Oh, oops. Oddly enough, like I almost never really hear the feedback that much. It's very subtle. 90% of my snare, well, maybe not 90, but yeah, absolutely. I make a majority of my snares in faceplant. I can walk you through one quickly, and then I actually have a course on my website, how to make drums in faceplant. I'll probably blast through it so you can see the process, but maybe just not talk about it so much. But yeah, I spent so much time making drums in faceplant. It still doesn't really sound the way that I want it to. Let me fix this patch quickly and then... Then let me see if I can throw another one on here. I'm just interested in learning something new. But making drums... I don't know. I don't want to say that making drums from the people that I do stuff with are different, but they're kind of... Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's the same, but different. I don't know if that makes sense. It'll make sense when I explain it. Or when I do it. Hmm. What does this sound like without this? So quiet. Hmm. Interesting. I bet if I were to run this through, like... something like this would sound insane. Yeah. so cool. Wow, man. What does this sound like with a piano? Wow, man. That's so cool. Yeah, that was sick. I'll probably save this chain. Um, harsh. Oh, wait. Because I think that I'll probably use that at some point. Harsh sampler. Sounds pretty cool. Then I need to save this patch. Did I spell that correctly? Corridor? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do snares very quickly. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Do this. Distort the fuck out of it. Grab a third layer. This will be a clap. Filter. Here. Boom. Shoink. Boom. Shaper table. Compression. I mean, from here, this is pretty much your crossroad. But center. That might work. If you want to make it physical. If you want it to be longer. If you want it to be more smacky. If you want it to be even bigger, then you kind of have to take it outside of phase plant to like really bring it out. But what happened to that? That sounds totally. Why does that sound so much different than what I was doing? That's weird. I wouldn't go spectral for drums unless if you're trying to do something very creative because it's going to fuck your transients up. But I mean, if you look at this, and we can get louder, but this is just a starting point. We can do even more. We do this again. Then we can make it hit even harder. And also characterize it with it's like crack. Honestly, not the biggest fan of spectral stuff just because it all sounds the same to me. It's always very lasery. Dude, please. So, yeah. That's how I do snares and stuff. I've got this one patch, mecha snare, that it's really nice. Same setup, but then I've got snares that I do. Normal stuff is always tonal laser sounds to me. Yeah. And I've got snare maker. I also do this inside of polymer. This one's big. Maybe it's not this one. That one's pretty nice. It's a little bit resonant, but this one's pretty cool. There's some phase stuff going on with that, but yeah, you can get some pretty explosive sounds through that. And this is just with Bitwig stuff. God, I spend so much time on snares. You have no idea. No idea how much time I spend on drums. Ouch. Anything else that you all want to see? I got quite a few of you out there. Is there anything anybody wants to see me do from Skrizatch? Yeah, this is nice, but it needs the punch. There we go. think it actually sounds better without the fuse compressor. And if anybody's wondering, I just put up a video. Rim's hot now. Wait, what? If anybody's wondering, interested, I just put up a video for current on how to make snares inside of there. Are you asking how to make a rim? In what? Rims are very, very easy. Sorry. I mean, this is pretty much just noise, and then take a resonance of a bandpass and kind of confine it to a single resonance. And then you have the supporting sound around it to give it the buzz of the rim, and then you texturize it with some kind of convolution. That's cool. Mouth click would be good for this as a convolver. Yeah, I did that a couple of streams ago. I think that even if you just did a mouth click, And this is going to be really loud. Warning. That wasn't as loud as I could make it. Hold on. Here we go. You could use it as convolution, but you don't have to. What you could do instead is just vocoder. Group. Second chain. Trying to send a noise. Then grab the whole thing. Distortion. There you go. Still need some white noise, so we can get some of that by using a bit crusher. But yeah, that's... And then anything that you do to this after would be just something to, you know, add more saturation or whatever you want to it, or just turn it up. And then maybe adjust the white noise to where it doesn't sound like it's vinyl. And when this doesn't work, just do another vocoder. Sometimes that's way easier. There's lots of different ways to get to noise, but... Ouch. Ouch. Sorry, there's a phase rotation thing on there that's going on. And then for whatever reason, if you need to do it again, you can. But I mean, that's a really nice triangle of sound. Seems like this one took out the transient of it, but whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a quick and dirty way how I make snares and rims and stuff. And then claps is the same thing. You just create multiple noise layers. And there's more to this stuff that I do, but as a means of getting to the source sound, that's generally how I approach that. But yeah, generally speaking, if you, yeah, it's a very natural sound. And then you just need to pull it out with high end stuff. One thing that I struggle with designing rim shots though, is getting the crack of it to come out. And I think that the best way to do that is to layer it with some kind of clap. But maybe with like high pass or something. But if you have something like that, see, that kind of helps it. Ow. Layering it with a snap. I mean, that gives it a different flavor too, but I'm talking about like the. Hold on. There's one specifically that I model a lot of these after. That. The crack of that. You don't get that from a snap. You get that from a type of sound. You see how it's not like. It's kind of hard to like synthesize. That's like a physical modeling thing, which one way that you can, I guess some other things. Sorry, now my gears are turning. But one thing that you can do to create that as well is comb filters. I don't talk about this on my phase plant drum masterclass because this was actually something recent that I discovered. But everything else is kind of already in there. But yeah, what you can do is create a custom comb filter. But do you see how that makes it more physical? Which is pretty interesting. I killed it. Goodbye, transient. Ow. Yeah, convolution is so interesting when it comes into working with like live or like making drums sound more realistic. That was cool. Um, yeah, I'm very careful with the feedback just because um a lot of times it isolates a single harmonic and just like hurts. So you have to be careful with that. But I mean, yeah, what I would do is if you're gonna fuck with the feedback, turn all of the distortion off. Like anything that might create more insane resonances, because anything that has to do with feedback is not does not respect a limiter or a clipper whatsoever. So you have to be really careful, and like once you hear a tone, then you can shape it further. You know what I mean? But hearing that, that would be really scary if that was sent through all of sent through the compression and distortion. So that's why I typically don't mess with that. Yeah, but the thing about the comb filter is that like the resonance that it's sent through is very like it's way more mild. You know? Whereas the feedback, how do I say? Like the margin of the feedback comes way like you can put on a comb filter and hear it without it getting insane, but like with anything that has to do with feedback, like the difference between not enough and too loud is tiny. And it's very easy to be like, oh shit, I went too far and now I'm deaf. Which has happened to me more times than I would like to have admitted. Whoever bought my preset pack, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I hope you love it. Thank you. Yeah, so that's why I say like I'm not saying don't do it, but you just have to be careful. And that's not really the outcome you want anyways, right? Like you're not wanting to um like just yeet it into oblivion. You're wanting to like have it have just enough resonance to where it sounds physical. But I do think that building a comb filter, whether it be custom or not, like does a lot, can do a lot for this particular sound, because once you get into anything that involves noise, comb filters, and convolution, like that's physical modeling 101. Something else we can try is there we go. That sounds totally different. That's all we needed right there. And then everything after that is just oh god. That's cool. It's weird. Sometimes I hear the in it, and then sometimes I don't. Maybe I'm just ear fatigue or something. Yeah. Anything else that you all want to see? Or does anyone have any production questions in general? I didn't really feel like making music today. I just wanted to do sounds and stuff. Oh, Corey just walked in. Hey, honey. Do I see myself using current more, or will I stick with faceplant for the most part? Um, I think I think for the most part, I'll stick with faceplant just because I think that current from like a raw oscillator standpoint sounds better, and like fuse compressor goes at the end of everything anyways. But it's really hard to for me to shape the timbres and stuff that I can get out of faceplant easily, if that makes sense. Like making neurobass is way easier in faceplant than anything else that I've used. And that's just because I've been doing it for 5 years, but even still, like, yeah, current is really good for, I don't feel like doing sound design, but I wanted to try to find stuff that might be inspiring, and that in itself can be useful.
Keep the fit.
You look great, babe. Oh, the matching belt. Okay.
And
Okay.
the tie with the tie bar.
All right. Okay. Wait, let me see the nails. Oh, nails are still pretty. Okay. Because you know how sometimes you have red nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get you anything?
I don't think so, babe. Thank you though. Yeah, I would say like faceplant sound quality, like you don't notice it, but even with the OTTs and stuff, yeah, it needs some love. And that's kind of like the trade-off, right? Is you have like infinite power and like sound sculpting and stuff with faceplant, but on the other end of it, it's not really specialized. And because of that, I think that the sound quality itself can suffer a bit, but you can still get crazy shit within it if you know what to do. Yeah, I think it's just the DSP uh and also like the effects are just kind of well, most of the effects, yeah, are just generic. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, some sort of squelchy or squacky bass sound in faceplant if I want to like. Are we talking like frequent squelchy or are we talking like tipper squelchy? Thanks for the stream, brother. Hope you get hope on gets well. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Um, transient shaper table. Actually, we can do a wave table. Drawing some harmonics here. Let's just go here. Do that. That's the one. Tokate pants? What about the Tokidoki?
The car's full of $200 worth of Doki Doki shit that I'm gonna delete.
Your car? Oh, your cart. Why?
Because it's so much money, I can't do it.
You can do it.
I got some baking. I got a baking pan so I can make pumpkin bread.
Oh, wow.
Got it for $5 at Ross.
What about pumpkin pecan pie?
That's off the menu.
She's so funny. Then if you want to, like, I'm not really sure what you're going for, so I'm just like kind of dancing around the realm of squelchy. But as you can tell, like, there's a lot of things that you can do here to kind of bend it to your will. This is sick. I'm very new to faceplant, so anything is helpful. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's why questions are helpful. Like, I'm so, like, I've been designing the same shit forever, and so that's why I ask people a lot of, like, hey, let's do something new. Like, the other days, I asked somebody, or someone asked me to do, like, a hard style kick, and I did the best I could, but we took it as far as it could go, or that I knew within my knowledge range, but it was still fun to try. Did you say something, honey?
I was just doing the musical theater version of This Is Sick.
Turn down for what? Yeah, so once you have like a nice chunky like fat sound like this, if you want to make it more squelchy and more, you need to take 2 steps back. There we go. Yeah. What's it called? Sorry, hold on one sec. You can scoop the mids for the most part and focus on movement on the upper mid region in order to get that kind of like neener sound, you know? See that? So, but these two in general, and then like if you want to back off of this, you can just turn this off or just replace it with like literally just a saw wave. And then maybe what we can even do is pull the noise over to this side so that way it'll close. You like current a bit more? Yeah, I think current is cool, but like, I don't know. Faceplant will go as far as you want it to go, you know? And then when it comes into like making the sound more large or quote unquote professional, no, it is high quality, but just as a means of like, if you listen to a Reese that I were to pull out, I think I've done this test several times, but if you listen to a Reese that I made in Faceplant, then you compare it to a Reese that I made in Current, you'd be like, oh shit, that sounds way bigger. You can also do some other cool stuff by having a small amount of detuning like this to where it's going to sound like it's tearing. What do you say, honey? Oh, just one. Thank you. No, the one I made in Current is bigger. No, it's a little bit shrieky, but that's part of the balance that you have to find. And then, of course, if you just do this, then Now you're in neuro territory. If we go here, do that. Add some shaper table to that. Then you transition that into a neuro bass, and then yeah. Probably want to back off of the mids for that because this is very mid heavy. But like the movement that you get in this, like with the you know, and all that shit, it just isn't the same as current. Time and faceplant figuring out. Dude, I have so many videos for you to binge on faceplant. Everything that you want to know. The only thing that I don't have publicly is anything regarding drums, except for that current video. When I see Kyoto use faceplant. Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that he does lessons too, so he might be a good person to reach out for faceplant stuff. When you say glide bass, what synth would I mean if faceplant didn't exist? Probably Bitwig stuff, to be honest. Like Bitwig Reese's are so fat. They're so nice. Like let me just show you. So you get a polymer, right? Hold on. There's a couple of different ways to do this. I'm going to show you both. But let's just say that we start with a wavetable and we go 3 fat, turn the spread down. Like listen to that. The other thing that you can do, which is a little bit more controlled, is set the voice stacking to 2. Change the pitch to like 20. But like all you have to do to get just a crazy sound is to just send this through a filter plus. Like that just sounds huge. Yeah, big fan of Polymer. I think most of the modules of Polymer, or sorry, of everything within Bitwig is modeled after analog, so that's why it has that particular characteristic. I think that the weakest of them are current, but the thing that's like crazy about current is that just the fuse compressor alone does so much for bringing the sound out. But if you send it through, you know, this, turn the release down, threshold, ratio, threshold, ratio. But you can hear that, like, there's just this weird lack of mids here. The tearing and stuff is nice, but the mids that this doesn't have are kind of granted we're like pushing this through a compressor, so that might have something to do with it. But even like the distortion is super subtle. Even if you drive it really hard, it just kind of like fizzles out pretty early on. It's okay. But yeah, it seems like it doesn't have it seems like it's missing warmth, which would be what, odd harmonics? And no matter how I try to manipulate this distortion, I don't usually get there. And so the problem is that when you start sending this through all the things that I would normally send this through. So for example, let's just say we have a notch. Let's go LFO. I also really dislike the random of the LFOs. I can't stand this. This is not the synth for randomizing shit unless if you're just trying to make experimental sounds. Let's say we've got a morph EQ to where I used to like be into trying to make this thing morph and blah 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 whatever, but I honestly don't think that that's worth doing. This needs to be at 36 decibels because if it's not dramatic, then it's not going to do anything. This EQ is super subtle. So, we can shift that there, set another one, randomize that, set this to pinch, which I do like the pinch function. I also like that you can flip the scale. That's really cool, so maybe we'll do that too. These are functions and other EQs that are not a thing, and that's really annoying. That's like the only thing that's out there that does that. Go low pass 12, same thing. Kind of map this here, but you're gonna see like this isn't gonna make the same kinds of movement patterns and stuff as what I just showed you. So like I have to put way more work into this in order to make it sound the way that I want it to, just because the interaction that you build behind the filtering is usually really strange. It's not bad, it's just different. Do different genres of music require more financial equipment? Cheaper than Neurohop? Or am I tripping? I think you're tripping. Um, it's a bigger time commitment, but not financial, no. But the demand for, like, I was just talking to Cage about this earlier today. The demand for like what it requires to make like a neuro tune, depending on what kind of like neuro style or whatever, is requires so much more. Yeah, I would just say effort. Effort would be the big thing. But the thing is, like, once you understand that and like once you have a sense of all of it, then it becomes as easy as trap. But trap is just really accessible from the get-go because the sounds that you use in it are usually default sounds that, like, if you pull up any synth, they're readily available. I can kind of prove this just by pulling up these guys. So you've got a kick and a snare. Like, this snare is a very typical, like, if we were to just cut the decay, that's you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an 808 snare. It's not a good one by any means, but like a little bit of saturation and compression can go a long way for this. And then with the kick, right? Kick's not bad. Same thing with the clap. Like the bar to entry for this stuff is way lower. The Changling. Like if you're very novice, you could, and also like the patterns as well. That's a whole different thing too. Like the patterns of trap are just so rudimentary. But like if you did something very simple, like sorry, I'm just thinking. Oh. Right, like it's just so much easier to like this thing even comes, I think the best tool is the E-hat because of how much versatility it has. For example, like I have this thing mapped to everything. So like, look, we just pulled out a bunch of shit that we can use for different phrases. It's really nice. But the thing is like these beats are all quantized and shit. And so because of that, the placement of them are just really easy to work with. As long as you can figure out how to drill a hi-hat, you know. Probably your biggest threat here is doing the triple. Right? And what does this need? It needs an 808. It needs some kind of melody or a sample. And then that's the beat. So like the accessibility behind this stuff is very like, is very small and very, you know, very easy to put together. But like when you talk about like halftime and shit, or even like, which I'm not trying to be an elitist and be like, but just in my experience, like I think that anything that's neuro related is probably like among the hardest genres to produce. A close second would likely be trance, just because of like, especially if you like make good trance and like you generally have to have really good theory and your sound design has to be good and your mixing has to be good for it to be convincing. But halftime, like the rhythms and stuff that you put together and whatever is just in such a way that like you can't you can't usually just figure it out just by listening to it. You have to really spend a lot of time to find the nuance of how the rhythm in the negative space is put together. I don't know. Does that make sense? That's why I was saying anything neuro related, like neuro or halftime or you know, cost more than trap or boom bap. No, I don't think so. Like what resources are you like I can't show you right now, but I have a project coming out in the next couple of weeks that is a halftime track that used only Bitwig stuff. Like I'm running a slow PC. Like dude, there's so many people that I know that like just make stuff from stock effects. Copycat is actually a huge testament to that. That dude, like he samples and stuff, but like he only used stock effects on Ableton. Neural kills me, but Boom Bap runs smoother. Dude, we can speed run a Boom Bap track very quickly. What DAW are you in? Are you I why do I think that you're in FL or Ableton? switching to Billy. I made it look cool. I'd say demo it before you switch. Okay. So first things first. Modulators are your friend. You can randomize stuff and cool. So all that stuff that I just recorded, I've got it right here. And now what we'll do is we're gonna send this through some effects. Bitwig is more of Reason and Ableton combined, if anything. You set this to fade. In echo or delay, you would set this to anything that's not jump. But so what I'm doing right now is just messing with this and just like allowing the sounds to unfold and not really being in a rush. But this is the major thing if you don't sample. This is a lot of stuff that I utilize for just trying to create different textures and all that. And you could, you know, spend more time playing keys and notes and stuff or whatever, but all I'm doing, like I said, is just messing around with the harmonies and using space to make them overlap to find different tones. And just like turn stuff on, turn stuff off. And then pull out some other stuff that sounds cool. And now what we'll go into is just taking some of this and stretching it into a different repitch and seeing what it sounds like. Boom. And so now that we have something, we just loop it.
Recording to logbook.
So thank you for the follow. You can hear it, the da 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 da, right? So what I'm gonna do is duplicate this and then play it out here. So boom, 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 boom. What we can also do is create a space here. So or maybe find a different phrase that, yeah. And then we can find something else here. And this is getting into just being comfortable with chopping samples up. Cool. So once you have something like that, you can just grab a drum rack and just use stock stuff, really. You can just find an acoustic kit. Maybe something that's a little tighter. Okay, this can actually work. We'll just have to manipulate the sample. And then also maybe the pitch. Really doesn't matter because we can just do other stuff. We just need to be able to get access to the placement. Start with a hi-hat. Hello. Grab the snare. Make it a little bit early. It's a little bit too early. Because it establishes the rhythm of the groove. Yeah, maybe the rim. And so what we want to do with this is we need to put a gate on here because okay. So now that we have that, the kick sucks, whatever. We can kind of just Yeah, we need to give this a little bit of a roll. So, also, this fucking thing is so loud. We're gonna swing it. There you go. And then what we'll do with that crash is try to... Where is it? It's annoying. There we go. And then right here, we need to create a different fill. So now that we have this, and we have the placement and the rhythm of the drums, then we can just replace it with something else and just try to find a different kit. I like the kick. So what we can do is just play with the placement of this. Yeah. We can add a sidechain to this and just go to the ambient drums and go to the chain and go to kick 1. I think. Just turn that on. And then we can do this again with the snare, but this needs to go to the volume. There's a much more eloquent way to sidechain than this, but this is just a really fast and dirty way to basically. Then we can grab the E snare and go to E snare pre. And so now this should be sidechain. Maybe it's the clap. Yeah. Cool. So now that we have that, we can got a lot of distortion on this. We can add some clipping to it. You can kind of place this up. And then one thing that I would want to do is maybe make the kick a little bit shorter. It's just really long. So once you have that, then you just go back into this stuff and start looking for other things. This is at 147.63. So if we were to stretch this back out, you know what I mean? Then we can just add things on top of what we've already pulled to harmonize with it. So if we were to do like a band pass over this and add some reverb, I think that would be kind of cool. But like once you have the idea, at least for this kind of music, like that's all you have to do. Because this is the beat, you know? Right? Oops. So I'm gonna break one of the rules here and pull up an EQ here because this is just better fidelity. But what I'm gonna do with this is just look at what that bass note is right there. So that's about F sharp 1 or F sharp 0. So what that tells me is that I can go back into this and play in the F sharp scale. Actually, maybe it's an F, because that's what that sounds like to me. Right, but what you can do is now we can go back and harmonize over some of this stuff and maybe make this a little bit softer. So we can just turn this off. Maybe add a delay or something. And you can add a very simple melody to the top of this. You really don't want it to be too busy. That's the whole point of this stuff, is to not be super, like, not have a lot of things going on. Hey, Chow. Chow. How do I say your name? Every time you come in here, I'm like... You know, just every 4 bars or something. And then that's pretty much it. And then if you want this to be like, you know, this is only really meant to like get you started, but like, yeah, like you don't have to do much. If you have access to a drum break or something, then you can cut a drum loop up. Like a break.
The computer is...
And then you can do this and make it hit it on repitch and just listen to it. And what we can do with this is just use this for texture. The one thing I'd say is you do want to line it up with where the hits are as much as possible, or just even fade them in. That's not too difficult to do. But what this can do for you is give you a sense of physicality. And it doesn't have to be on everything. but even just this alone can do a lot for you. And then what I would likely do is it's almost there, but it needs a little bit of love. And so maybe sometimes what is worth checking out is listen to these two. So what I'll do is and then we can grab that sidechain right here and apply it to the break. And you can use a frequency shifter to kind of like mess with how you want to pitch it. Yeah, I just got a text that she's doing it right. Thank you for asking. And then something else that we can do with this is find a hat. And then just start to place this in some of those spaces. Kind of like that. This is optional, but and it's still not vibing with me, but I think that's because it's a little too choppy. But generally speaking, what most people would do is use the break and then make this off of the break as opposed to doing it the way that I did, but you know, it's fine. You can also use a replacer if you wanted to do that as well. So but yeah, this is a really fast way to kind of just throw a quick beat together. Something else you could do is throw a filter. And just like let the bass roll while the siren closed my eyes and napped instantly. Welcome to adulthood. And then you can slowly bring it back. Yeah, so anyway, it doesn't take that much effort. And I was very lazy with this, like extremely lazy. So, and I didn't use any third-party effects other than the Pro Q, but the Pro Q was just to figure out what the root note of the sample was. So you don't have to go very far. And the other thing too is like once you have this established, you can try other stuff as well, you know, different hooks or something. You know, I mean, if you take the same drum beat and like you place that on the same channel, then everything kind of just starts to fall into place pretty nicely. Maybe I'd want to place that right here, though. know? And you can just do something really nice, like probably want to place that here. And then just kind of, you know, morph it and mangle it until it fits within like a sequence that makes sense. Like you can even do that. Doodle 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 doo, you know. You can even like quantize this. Is this guy even still here, or did I just go on this huge demonstration only for that person to leave? Oh, you're still here. Okay. Okay, I was like... So you need to balance this first because it's in repitch mode. But then once you do that, then you can quantize it. You know. Maybe we can change the warp mode. Oh, it happens way more often than you think. So you can use that as a phrase or something, you know. Or we can try something else and kind of just have fun with it. Do, do, do. I think you can hear where I'm going with that. But yeah, these are just idea starters. It's a different vibe. That's cool. It's kind of cool. If you lean into that, you know, maybe with like a delay or something. Apparently, I can't fucking spell delay. What is wrong with me? I spelled it every single other way except for the correct way. That's kind of cool. And then you can just like do something like this where you grab an FM4. This would be your equivalent to operator, and you set a third harmonic. Just turn this on a little bit, but then you have an 808. So if you send that through distortion, I don't know why I said it like that, distortion, you know. You probably want to add like a little bit of movement to it because otherwise it's just kind of boring. but you can set this to the pitch. Maybe a little bit more. I'm picky. And you can kind of just like layer this with the kicks, you know? Boom, cat. Just make it late. Make that there. Something kind of like that. I fucked up. Sidechain helps a lot with that kind of mixing stuff. But yeah, you know, you can just play and find all different kinds of shit and have fun with like just messing with the loops. This is half of the fun if you're doing this kind of music. So like this would be kind of cool to bounce. And then do just like a very simple octave contrast. So like a I think I would personally want to try to make this more groovy. Like a da 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 da, you know, something like that. But maybe make it align with the drums. And that's the cool thing about doing drums this way, is that you can align this with where everything is offset, but now this should be a little bit more rhythmically. Yeah, like that's actually pretty nice. Probably. Just keep it pretty open. See, there's lots of, other than the snare, there's lots of space right here, and this is generally where a human voice sits, at least an adult human. But like one of the easiest ways to know is to like throw an acapella in there. Let me see if I actually have. I think I do. Gangstar, you know my steez. Did you already eat, honey? Oh, she's got headphones in, I bet. So plan B. This is paid, but I think that like if you're an FL Studio, then you can just use the stem separation or whatever, but what the fuck? Okay. Where you at, Gangstar? Next time, moment of truth. Next time, where's full clip? It doesn't matter. Am I in a producer / group collective? What is that? What do you mean by that? The short answer is no, but I'm curious to know what you... Hello? What the fuck? Let's do... Make them pay. Take everything out but the vocals. Find some chops.
Making us fight each other. All these fake rappers make it work.
That's actually kind of sick. So, I don't know where that was, but...
Making us fight. Yeah, you know them. Yeah. Yeah.
This might be cool. Okay. Come on.
Yeah, you know them. Yeah, you know them.
Seems like this is having a hard time finding samples. Maybe we could try a different one.
Word is born, these cats been on. Wanna be rappers and all that, whatever. You get your knot rock. You get your knot rock.
Yeah, so we can do like E, I think.
The street life, the reason why my mic ignites. The street life, the reason why my mic ignites. I bring more ruckus than a nightclub fight or bar brawl. I'm swinging lyrics like broken glass, Paul. The star, y'all. Hold your head, cause all that the street life, the reason why my mic ignites. I bring more ruckus than a nightclub fight or bar brawl. I'm swinging lyrics like broken glass, Paul. The star, y'all. Hold your head. The street life, the reason why my mic ignites. I bring more ruckus than a nightclub fight or bar brawl. I'm swinging lyrics like broken glass, Paul. The star, y'all. Hold your head, cause all that.
You know what I'm saying? So just try something like that. And if there's space and if the mix isn't too shit, then you're probably okay.
The street life, the reason why my mic ignites. I bring more ruckus than a nightclub fight or bar brawl. I'm swinging lyrics like
Oh, no, I don't.
Paul. The star, y'all. Hold your head, cause all that weak shit is dead. See the time to change, and me and my beefs is
No, I don't really work with artists like that.
remember when you're writing your rhymes, stop fantasizing and bring some real shit next time. Yeah, bring some the street life, the reason why.
You know, so just you can use that and then process your vocals and stuff. I mean, it needs some work and it's going to sound kind of weird because, I mean, it's isolated vocals, but there's space for it. If anything, it feels like the vocals need to be pushed up more, you know, or like the vocals need saturation, but that's a good thing because it's not, I don't feel like it's competing.
The street life, the reason why my mic ignites. I bring more ruckus than a nightclub fight or bar brawl. I'm swinging lyrics like broken glass, Paul. The star, y'all. Hold hold your head, cause all that weak shit is dead. See the times are changing, and me and my peeps is getting crazy fed. So remember when you're writing your rhymes, stop fantasizing and bring some real shit next time. Yeah, bring some the street life.
You know, so there you go. And then you can just play around with, yeah, this is a very easy genre to make. I think that I over-explained it way too much, to be honest. Does anybody else have any questions? And like the more that you know, just find some boom bap drums or something. Because making boom bap drums is actually really fucking hard, but getting access to them is not. So a lot of times what I do is instead of using E-drums, I use something like EXO or Atlas to make my stuff. Like I can show you, I might actually save this project. Boom demo. But I have a boom bap track that I just wrote. Cool little jam. Live from the Abyss. Beat demo. All else but me. Imitation in its finest form. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe it's this one. Nope. Michael. Who else? Cool little jam. Nope. Sorry, give me a sec to find it. It'll be worth it. Silent room treatment, 1 hour challenge, live from the abyss. Break, quick sketchy. I gotta start naming my stuff more functional names. Nope. Do 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 do. No. Man, where is this? Open file. Did I not name that in my own head? Steep boop? What does that mean? Quick sketchy, beat block. Better move it. Wait, I know how to find it. Hold on one sec. Okay, here we go. Here we go. When was this made? 9/6. This was made all the way in September. Holy shit. Might be this one. No, no. Okay, what is this? Oh, these are a bunch of different things that I... Here it is. Okay. So this is a very, very simple beat. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks. Fuse compressor. Super easy. This is one of my favorite songs I've made this year. I think all I did for the drums was I went kick, yep, and then I went snare. Might be that one. I might have pitched that up. Maybe it's that one. Snare 30. That's what it says. So I just, yep, okay. And then I didn't really do much to it. Just, yeah, I didn't do anything to it. Just did that. And then really the heart of this beat is the groove. But the groove is this, right? It's something that I resampled from Beam. I just pitched it different. That's it. But that same process that I showed you of like jamming out and stuff, like that's what this is. And I've got like several ideas on here. There's a trap idea right here. No, it's not. No, it's not Beam. It's the process that I just showed you. You can get to the same stuff just by jamming out and playing with effects. It's not Beam. It wasn't Beam that like did the magic. Yeah, like that's a riff. Like take anything, sample anything and just run it through delays and reverb and stuff and like then stretch it out and see what you get. That is what's going to get you that, not the plugin. So, yeah. In any case, I want to visit with Corey for a bit. She got home a little bit later than usual, but I appreciate all of you hanging out with me today, even through the chaos. If anybody wants to support the channel, alckemy.com. If you like my sounds for Phase Plant, Current, what else? Phase Plant, Current, Bitwig, Ableton. It's all available. Or grab a lesson with me, because I'd be more than happy to show you everything I know. With that, thank you everyone. Much love, and I'll see you all on Friday. Sound good? Sound good. Bye everybody. I'll see you later.